He was a loner with unique access to the Soviets' top secrets and a secret of his own. Tonight, the KGB Files, how one man pulled off the unthinkable. The trouble with a great intelligence coup is that you can never know for sure whether it's real.
In 1999, a seismic revelation shook the world of espionage to its core. Russian defector and former KGB operative Vasily Mitrokhin unveiled a trove of secrets in his groundbreaking book, The Sword and the Shield. Mitrokhin's exposé was no ordinary memoir. It was a culmination of over 30 years of work compiling compromised KGB records and intelligence. This clandestine cache, now known as the Mitrokhin Archive, contained more than 25,000 handwritten notes smuggled into the UK in 1992. But what did these revelations uncover? Apart from the obvious revelations of activity in Europe and other nations, they also revealed spies like Melita Norwood, Raymond Fletcher, and Robert Lipka. The documents also presented a Cold War narrative, vastly different from the one believed by the average citizen of a NATO country. Contrary to popular belief, Mitrokhin's files suggested that the Cold War had truly never ended. It began with the discovery of the Molniya device, a sinister booby trap designed to safeguard KGB caches placed in Western Europe and the USA. These devices were intended to detonate upon interference, destroying their contents and eliminating any intruders. Mitrokhin identified one such cache revealed in 1998 near Belfaux, Switzerland. It exploded when Swiss authorities used a water cannon to trip its sensors. Thankfully, no one was injured due to the standoff distance, but had anyone been near it, it would have caused severe harm. Just as the existence of these devices were seemingly confirmed, other allegations surfaced during a congressional hearing in October 1999. It was alleged that potentially hundreds, if not thousands, of these caches were scattered across American soil. They contained not only weapons and communications equipment, but most worryingly, several may have contained tactical nuclear bombs. Testimony revealed a chilling sabotage plan involving KGB sleeper agents who would detonate a nuclear bomb at the Flathead Dam in Montana. Two caches, codenamed Park and Kimi, were then to be used to destroy other dams in the region. Simultaneously, teams of infiltrators known as DRG troops were to disguise themselves as tourists, migrant workers, or students, moving into position to destroy various infrastructure targets like oil pipelines in California. This operation, with no formal name designated to it and evolving since its inception in 1966, aimed to render the USA powerless against a swift and devastating attack. Mitrokhin's files shed light on the terrifying capabilities of these atomic munitions, small, mobile, and capable of inflicting localized, yet effective destruction. The files seem to confirm other rumors and leaks from 1996, which revealed the possibility of between 250 to 500 nuclear time bombs buried across the USA. What's unsettling is that the assertion of nuclear devices on American soil received validation from an internal KGB investigation, leaked by another defector named Stanislav Lunev of the GRU. But could these claims be more smoke than fire? When Congress dispatched investigators to several of the identified areas, they came up empty-handed. Was this just sensationalism, a ploy to secure a better life in the USA for these defectors? Could it have been a bid to maintain relevance in a post-Soviet era, ensuring their spot on the US government informant payroll? Perhaps these devices malfunctioned and lay dormant. Maybe they were discovered by US government personnel and quietly neutralized to prevent panic. Or worst of all, they could still be in the hands of operatives lurking in the shadows. Considering the ongoing discovery of Russian spies, even among special operations personnel, the latter scenario is the stuff of nightmares. But would nukes even be a necessity in today's world? We've witnessed attacks on power substations and hacking events. What if the tactics have shifted? What if the nukes are no longer necessary in a world where data is the new oil? What if, as the report suggests, the Cold War never truly ended but simply evolved again into another new form? A silent battle fought not for land, but for control of the flow of information. And what if these nuclear devices never existed at all? Play not only to secure freedom and a new life inside the USA, but to torment the minds in its intelligence agencies, former adversaries of the KGB. Though there is one other outcome if we pursue the idea that the whole thing was made up. Let's say these stories and statistics were made public by US intelligence in order to upsell the idea of the post-Soviet boogeyman to the American public, at least the ones that pay attention. The military and intelligence services then work in overdrive on actual weapons with actual oversight and scrutiny in order to defeat absurd Soviet statistics. What we'd have left is a weapon that's designed to defeat even the most exaggerated KGB scenario and threat. Maybe, maybe not. But let's also remember this. The documents from the archive, at least what's been released publicly in its edited, redacted version, have been proven mostly true. So what's the point about talking of the ghosts of the Cold War? It comes down to this. The world has always been volatile, one bad miscalculation away from disaster. Through the Cold War until today, there have been people that withdrew from a larger part in society. They used what they earned to stockpile for a war that never came, even though all the signs pointed to imminent conflict. True, they would have been better prepared than most if the worst were to happen. Yet imagine those resources they had being used to build up their families' chances of increasing social mobility and influence to create a local area that mirrored what they believed. Being agents of change in occupations of influence. It's something to think about. Until the next video, be good, stay safe, and have a good one.